So today is 20th of October 2022. Last week I didn't do a video. I had it in my diary and I was like, I need to do a video, but I just got carried away with organising things for Ruby's birthday. So my daughter's birthday was on Sunday, which I had a tea party on the Friday. So I was just so busy, and then she had a party to go to on the Saturday. So I was just so busy kind of getting everything organised. And then after the weekend, I just totally crashed. But I would say this week hasn't been too bad on my journey. Still haven't got any further forward, as in I haven't weighed myself because I just know I haven't lost weight. I haven't lost any weight or anything. My steps have been okay. Me eating calories hasn't been too bad. Stayed at my mum's on Tuesday night. Came back obviously yesterday. Spent some time with Ruby. I've woke up this morning feeling just really dizzy and lightheaded. So I've spent the morning in bed watching a podcast about obviously kids and emotions and how us as adults deal with kids having tantrums or having outbursts, and how we should allow them to kind of naturally, authentically, be able to express that feeling, anger, whatever it is, so that when they grow up they don't suppress it and cause problems later on in their life, which definitely kind of relates to what I'm going through at the minute with Ruby, me and her dad. We've got a good relationship with my daughter, but sometimes she's so determined and she can go on and on and on and on, and if she can't do something, sometimes she can lash out, and sometimes I'll allow her to lash out, and I'll say, no, like I understand your frustration, and just tell her that I get it and it's okay to feel that way. However, the way she acts upon it can be controlled. So I'm trying to say, well, you can feel angry. It's normal. It's okay. But don't go kicking me, because that's not nice. And otherwise, I will hit you back. And that's the only thing I can think of doing, even though I don't want to hit my daughter. She has hit us, and I've reacted, like smacked her back, obviously not hard, but tapped her to say, it's not a nice feeling. But now I'm kind of trying my hardest to just stay calm constantly. But it's hard. I'm only human. And our dad this morning, I think she kicked him between the legs, but repeatedly he was telling us to stop it. She was kicking off, and so she did it again and again, and he lost his temper and shouted at her. Didn't hit her obviously, but so that's quite stressful. So our mornings just started like stressful, and I guess as a parent we need to maybe just remember that even though, yes, it's normal to feel sorry for ourselves that we're having to go through this, and that being a parent is one of the hardest jobs in the bloody world, it's not personal. It's definitely not personal to you. And it's just kind of part of the package. Some kids are worse than others. But sometimes as well, I'm learning that when a kid behaves a certain way and we feel or react a certain way to that, our reactions are normally stem from our own childhood. So I'm trying to think, like, what am I needing to learn from her, me feeling like this, for her behaving like that, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I've noticed another part of it is that I'm like a bit that I don't like, or that I'm trying to kind of fathom why I do certain things. I'm in everything. Okay, so for years I've had like goals, I've had things that I want to do. And I don't just like, one thing. I quite like it in numerous things. I think I can't even speak right today. Numerous things. And I think what's happening is in the years, I've got these things I've written down, like obviously my kids' parties and where I want to take them, having princess. I wanted to create my own original Geordie princess, but then it was that fear of what if someone does it before me and having to do it, and that pressure to feel like I have to do it. But the problem of not just having that in my life to focus on, having so many other things, that some of the things I wanted to get done just didn't get done, and being that weight back in my head thinking I need to do it. Having my podcast, doing youth work, helping kids, helping families with mental health. I used to be part of Children's Express when I was younger, so we used to do I think I said this in one of my other videos. We used to report, we used to go and interview people, and used to go on a paper, and I was like an editor, so you'd come up with topics you wanted to discuss. Not professional, but as kids, just it was really, really good to do for kids. There's nothing like that anymore, and I kind of wanted to do something in the community to bring kids together to find out, what it is they're missing, get them away from their phones as well, get them more active and outdoors. And there is youth clubs out there that are probably lacking funding, but then there's also the things that I want to do to help people. So I was getting my hair done in the hairdresser. Bless her, she volunteers for a home food bank. She volunteers for a food bank, and she was saying she does all these things. And I was like, straight away, with the things that I wanted to do in that subject, I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to do, you know, that, I'm open to do if anything I can do, like I'll help. And obviously I was telling about the things I've done in the past, raising money for different charities. And then I'm like, right, what can I do to help these people who are having to go to food banks? Because it's people that you would never expect to go. It's not necessarily people just on, you know, benefits. It's people on income, like middle class people who are now becoming, you know, like lower class because everything's up, they can't afford it. And they're struggling even like for food. It's quite like sad. And I think sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't, not speaking to people who are working and doing that, or people who need to rely on banks, which why would they tell you? They probably feel embarrassed. You kind of don't think about it. So I think all these things have just come in my head, like thinking, oh my God, yes, winter's coming, you know, heating, everything's fine up. But what can I do? What can I help? As well as having all these other things I want to do. And I've realized that I need to work out what I want and let go of the things that yes, I might have wanted to do, but I'm not going to put any time and energy in. So when I meet somebody who's doing that, it's not going to spark that, right, let's do something about it now, Hayley, come on, let's get that to-do list back out and get that ticked off and do it. I need to just go, do you know what, that's great that they're doing that. And even if I have to say, you know, I was thinking about doing that, you know, but other things that took priority, I need to prioritize what I want to do because I want to do everything. I want to do everything. I want to be everything. I want to be everywhere. I want to save the world. I want to do, and I can't. And I need to find a fine balance between what resonates with me and what I want from life. I was watching a really interesting video which might help you. So it was about work-life balance and how people were saying, oh, you need that good work-life balance. And in this video, what the guy's saying, which made sense, is not everybody needs the same balance. So it depends what you're put on this earth to do. I guess if you believe you are put on the earth to do something, or what your heart desires, or what you're meant to be doing in life. Like some people are generally meant to grow up and be parents and have children and raise a family and nurture, and that's kind of what, and sometimes people look at that and go, oh, that, you know, they haven't made anything of themselves, you know, she's a parent, she's got 5 kids and she hasn't done anything with her life. Well, actually, no, that's probably what she was meant to do with her life, and that's incredible, because if you're a parent, you know, it's one of the hardest jobs in the world. So hats off if that's you and that's all you want to do. I think there's no shame in that. That's amazing if you can just focus your time, love, energy, everything into reason. Little people, so some people want to kind of do that. So if you take that away from them and make them work and put their kids into school and then aftercare, because the job doesn't finish till 5 or 6, and then that parent comes home, that parent's going to be miserable because her whole passion is to be with these kids. But yet if she was to become a foster carer, she would get paid to look after other people's kids, but yet she can't look after her own because she got to go out and work. It's such a strange system when you think about it. And that's kind of led us to think, right, okay, I need to start prioritizing or start working out what my values are, what that list looks like to me, so that I can really identify what I should be doing with my days. Instead of, at the minute, I feel like I'm doing this, even though I'm getting better at organising my stuff. Like my Tuesdays is my Forex day, my Wednesdays is my music day, my Thursdays today is my mindset day, where I'm learning about stuff, about nutrition, about mindset, how to be a better parent, doing this, which is kind of my way of just getting everything out, rather than just, some people like to write and journal. I think I like to talk. I do like to write stuff down, but I definitely like to verbalize things. And this is the thing, I need to kind of sit and work out. And I'm wondering if this is why, you know, I can't get in a routine and I can't, you know, say, like, you know, I want to be healthy. I think that's important. I think everyone should wants to be healthy. But I think it's hard when you've got a level of stress or a level of confusion in who you are, what you want, what you're doing, and yeah, it's just because the cookies. So I had about 5 cookies before, by the way. Even though this morning I've been learning about you know, body types and what's good for you and what's not, and then I go for the cookies. It's like, what on earth am I doing myself? Maybe it's some sort of self-sabotage. I don't know, but I need to start figuring it out. And I want to kind of get to a place where I'm going, do you know what? I was in this place, I've got to here, And now I really, really want to help people. The thing is, I'm impatient. I kind of want to be there now because I'm seeing that other people are doing all these wonderful things. I'm thinking, I want to be of use. I don't want to just, anyway, I'm feeling a bit all over the place this morning. However, what I wanted to say in today's video is, even though I'm feeling like this, I've still done something. And I need to just not punish myself for following just my body. I could have forced myself to get ready and forced myself to go for a run in the freezing cold rain. And I think some people say, you know, that's what discipline is. It's doing the things that you don't want to do. And that's how you get forward. And I definitely think there's an element of that as well. But then there's also another thing I've been watching where people were saying something that's not, depends again on your values and what's more important to you. So, and they gave this perfect example. This girl had said, you know, her dilemma was, you know, do I have that extra lie-in the morning before a busy day, or do I get up earlier and go for a workout? And she couldn't decide. And I'm quite indecisive, which is why I need to like go through this process as well. And basically, she wrote down the choice. So choice A, say, you know, having longer lie-in, you know, what would the benefits of that be? You know, be more well rested. I can't remember, when she gets up, you know, she should have more time just for a morning to get stuff done. And then the other one, obviously working out, was, you know, that sense of being disciplined in doing that. Obviously it's a feel-good factor as well. So when she worked through it, she worked out that her value at the moment in her life, the most important one out of the two lists she made for each option, was like rest. So she recognized that actually she was working so hard that her priority wasn't then to go get up early and disrupt her sleep and, you know, maybe potentially put her body under stress. It was to get more rest, and that was right for her. So this is why some people say, you know, just get up, just go to the gym, whatever. If you've got no other focuses in your life and, you know, that is your focus and you've got something to work towards and you want to do that, then I guess, yeah, you've just got to get up and you've got to bite the bullet and do it. But at the same time, if your body's saying no for whatever reason, or you're feeling, you know, maybe it's looking at why, what am I lacking right now? And I definitely think for me, it's because my mind is so chaotic and it's still in such a mess. It's definitely getting better, trying to like place things and do, when I'm doing my forex, I'm trying to keep everything else out and just focus on that one thing and keep me focused there. But it's still the fact that I don't know where I want to be. I kind of do, but I don't. And sometimes I say the first step is just having that desire. And once you have that desire, then you set achievable goals. When you set achievable goals, you then get surrounded by people who can support you in that. And then the fourth one, I forgot what the fourth one is that they say. I forgot what the fourth one, but I've got it on my vision board upstairs. And it also says, you know, regret will always outweigh the pain of discipline. So that pain of discipline and doing something you don't want to do will never be as bad as then months down the line regretting that you didn't do it in the first place. Like, that regret will always weigh. But then I'm battling with that as well on different things because I haven't got a clear desire. The first step, and I'm struggling with the first step, is your desire. Like, I know how I want to be. So if I was to visualize my life, I think I would probably have like a nice home. It doesn't have to be massive, but obviously I like space. I like space. I don't like clutter. So it'd have to be like a nice sized home with a big private back garden, so for safety elements, to let Ruby out, let the dog out. In an area where there was no main roads passing by, so maybe it's with a green, maybe it's even a park, so, you know, safe, a nice neighborhood of people with kids, so kids could go and play and communicate. That's kind of what I would like for my home environment there. I would like to have a job doing something that was flexible, that didn't necessarily tie me, because I get panicky when I'm tied to something. I like to have choices and flexibility, and that is definitely a value of mine. Whether that's come from something, maybe I need to look more into that, maybe it'll change if I do. But I know right now in my life is I like to have choices. So I need to work doing something that is flexible, that is also helping people, that I can feel good by going, you know, I've just done that and I've just helped that person. And know that I'm making a difference and contributing to life and to the world and to other people. I love art, music, dancing, singing. Dancing is something that I've wanted to get in for a long time, but I've just never felt good enough, and I've just got fatter and fatter and fatter. And now I feel like I just don't like the way I look, the way I feel when I'm dancing. So that's just my personal thing. You know, there's big dancers that look amazing. I don't suit being a big dancer. My personal opinion on that. So anyway, going back to, so I want to have like some hobbies. I want to socialize. Like, I need to socialize. Some people can be like, my mom is quite good with just being on her own every day. That's her personality. That is not me. That's not what I need in my life. My life, I need to be surrounded by energy. It's not even, I can't be on my own. I just need atmosphere. Like, I like atmosphere. So if I go and take my laptop and go and sit in a pub now, I'm not talking to anybody. I can just see and I can hear, and I can hear the noise. And I just feel like I'm in life. I'm experiencing people living. I think that's what it is. I think I like experience people living, to feel like I'm living. That makes sense. So weird. So going back, so yeah, so I'd want to have a good social life with people who just had a good mindset, had an open mindset, weren't really judgmental. I could be open, I could be the authentic self with, you know, have disagreements and not be bothered, and just still be good friends and have fun. Like, I really need, this is one of my high list things actually, is excitement and adventure. Like, I feel like I'm doing none of that. I'm not having any fun. I'm not laughing about anything really. Yeah, there's no excitement, spontaneousness in my life right now, and there needs to be. And that's not because I've got a child, because we're quite fortunate that we've got people to watch Ruby who are like a family or around her. So I could go and do that. But I feel at the minute I've got nobody to do it with, nobody who's on my level. You know, some of my friends that, you know, they're working hard, they've got kids and they just haven't got the time, and or if they do, it's out of their comfort zone. Or apart from probably one friend, I've got a friend Lindsay who I could ring and we could go out, but then that's always like quite a wild night. And I'd like something even a little bit different, like just go and play pool. I like playing pool. See, I'm going off on a tangent again, but at least you're getting to know us a little bit better, I guess, if you're still watching. So yeah, so I know kind of, I can visualize that. I can visualize, you know, the type of house and estate I want, the type of house I want, and the type of person I want to be. You know, I want to be firm but fair with everything in life. You know, don't want to be defensive, which I can be sometimes. I want to take things just as like face value, but without having any of my own judgment on it based on my experiences. Even though, you, like I've said before, you have to do that to get to have a perspective on what's happening. But what I mean is, I don't want to be defensive if whatever I'm hearing isn't, puts us in an uncomfortable position. I want to just notice that it makes us feel uncomfortable, but I'm okay with that, and express that in a nice way, instead of coming across maybe like a bitch. I don't know. But I want to be like, obviously kind, nice to people, but know that nobody can take the piss out of us either, without being aggressive or anything like that. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel energetic. I want to feel strong. I want to feel like I'm adaptable, which I do think I am actually adaptable already. I do quite like change. I think change is exciting. So, but again, so sometimes people say is that when you know what you want, you don't need to work out how to get there. You just need to know what you want, and then the rest will unfold. My problem is I've got too many frigging things. So it's like, imagine you're on a racetrack and you've got, you know, must say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? If you started at number 1, and even if you kind of took breaks and you went a bit slow then fast, you're constantly moving forward. Yeah. I feel like I'm going a little bit forward on here, and then I'm coming up this one, I'm going a little bit forward. This one a little bit forward, and this one a little bit forward. So I'm constantly like staying at a certain level for quite a long time, instead of just being on that one track. Hope that makes sense. I love a good analogy. I thought it was good anyway. But I feel like I can't go forward because I don't know where my destination is that I want to be properly. Like, all right, this is the career that I'm going to go for. You know, if it changes along the way, that's great. It's just making my mind up initially to get frigging started instead of doing everything at once. And then everyone's saying, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And me going, oh yeah, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that. Oh yeah, I was going to do that. And it's the truth. But it's like, Howie, here, get a grip. Just really pick a few things in your life and stick to it. Anyway, I've been doing good. I've my Forex situation. I've wanted to do a Forex course. And I kind of got forced along because the team that I used to be in, that David's still in, asked us to do the videos for them, which I was doing them anyway. So obviously charge them to use the videos, so they're using the videos. And I've managed to tweak them so that they're more like from me, like colours and stuff like that. And I've managed to upload every single one onto my YouTube channel. And now I need to figure out what I want to do with that, because I do think Forex is amazing. If we can get people to a place where they can be patient and disciplined, eager to learn, it's an amazing thing to do, because you're making money from money. So once you get your account to a certain level, you could just do an hour or 2 hours or whatever, even a week, doing one trade even, to be making an income, which means you got the rest of the time to focus on maybe learning a new. So maybe you do want a career, but maybe you just need that time to learn something while you're making money. And if you're in a full-time job, you can't learn to do that, but you haven't got the time. And also, so if you want to travel the world, you can travel the world. So I just think it's amazing. So I definitely want to kind of teach people all the basics, start, grow my own knowledge to become an amazing trader myself. I am a good trader. However, I do the things I know I shouldn't do. And this is the same with my diet. And I always compare my diet with the Forex. Like, everybody knows, unless you've got a medical condition, everybody knows how to lose weight. I've said it before in the other videos. Don't eat too many calories, because if you're eating too much and you're not burning it, you're storing it. Okay. So eating the right calories, eating the right foods for your body as well. I've got a thyroid thing, which I've healed it, but I still always think, I've got to be careful. So crucifer vegetables, because it depletes iodine. So I need to then take iodine tablets. So it's just kind of learning a little bit more about your body and what you need, and noticing and listening to your body as well. So if you eat something and you bloat, that ain't good. Don't continue eating something, Hayley. I do, but I shouldn't. So it's like, I know what to do. It's the doing it that is the hardest part. And what the main reasons are, I think I know, but I'm not 100% if there's something else underlying. So anyway, Forex is the same. So with me Forex, I know what to do to become a very, very profitable trader. It's the doing it. So it's knowing that once I've got to trade in, I've made that decision to let it run, not interfere, not take the stop loss out, or decide to move it, not to take the trade out too early. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of know what to do. It's the doing it. So I need to develop myself in that. But maybe it comes down to getting to the bottom of whatever's going on with this. That's, that's why I keep going into self-sabotage mode. And one of the reasons I think it is because of that lack of excitement and adventure and purpose in my life. Like that destiny, that purpose that I feel like is what I should be doing on a day-to-day basis. Because I haven't really got that there, it's hard to then get momentum. I think momentum is an important word. Momentum. I need to get momentum. And also fun, adventure, excitement. None of that. So the only thing that I'm enjoying right now is my work, I guess, because I do love all the little things I do. Otherwise I wouldn't start doing them. So work and food, because it tastes fucking good. Sorry, good. Shouldn't swear. It tastes good. It tastes good, and I get enjoyment from that. I'm not thinking about my weight when I'm eating something. I'm just thinking about that moment and how good that tastes, and then I go, oh, why did I do that? And trying to be conscious before I go and eat something is really hard, because like there's something in my mind. That chimp mindset is like, give me food, and my logical brain is just not like having a nap. I think it sneaks out. And it's like, get the cookies, or whatever it is that I'm munching on. Anyway, how long is this video a day? I don't want to do them too long. What's the time? I can't say the time. Anyway, so that is my blur today. And my plan is today is to listen to my body and rest. I even went upstairs in bed to watch a podcast, so I didn't eat anything because I wanted to fast. And I wanted to try and eat between 11 and 5. So even though I've had egg on toast, I haven't drank my cup of tea yet, and I've had about 5 cookies. I'll not eat anything else now until tea time, and I'm going to have vegetables, chicken and vegetables for my tea, then stop eating at 5 o'clock. So I'm still kind of on the sticking to my calories, just not really the ideal foods I want to be giving my body. And if anything, feeling like this, I should be eating healthy foods. To be fair, there's not much in the bananas. I've went all that mushy thing, and I need to get more stuff in so I can also eat some fruit. But yeah, so the plan is today is just to listen to my body, but still do something. So I'm still forward on this. I'm still getting experience. I'm still vlogging rather. I'm still doing this. And I've got a party the weekend, so I need to kind of start writing down a list of the first Halloween party of this year. So I need to make sure I've got everything in place. And then I'm getting Ruby from school, and I need to spend some time with her. So I might even work out an activity to do with her, and then go to bed with her again tonight, like I did last night. So yeah, so that's just the plan today. The plan is not to plan too much; it's just to do what I can. And know that tomorrow when I wake up, I can go, it wasn't all that bad. I did a little bit, because a little bit is better than nothing at all. So anyway, hope you're all okay. And I'll be recording another video next week, and then hopefully I can get my podcast going very, very soon. I've been really hectic with birthdays and Halloween parties coming up and Christmas bookings and all the rest. So ciao for now.